first step in installing this KDN shifter is a little bit difficult here to work because of where the seat is mounted. I had to remove the seat so a little more comfortable. Right, so according to KDN, they have a base plate that we need to mount, and then we need to pre-drill. Right, so we secured the KDN drilling jig down to the floor. We're going to drill out some holes and continue the next step. Alright, so this is day 2. So what we're gonna do now, we already pre-drilled the holes. We're gonna put some bigger holes and put them to a little under 9 millimeters. So actually no, a little under 10 millimeters. So we're gonna use a 10 millimeter drill bit and open up this hole here. Alright, so we're gonna drill the holes now. Oh my god.
Is that too close anyway?
Alright, so the 10 millimeter holes were already drilled out. It's 9.9. I don't have a 9.9, so we went with 10. And according to what I'm seeing here, we need to trace this outline out, and this needs to cut for the shifter cut to be flushed down at the bottom. So let's do that. I hardly have any place here to put this camera properly. I hate cutting, and since I have my car, I've never had a reason to put a grinder to reduce weight or anything. This car, it's pretty virgin. But I guess today is the day that we have to do some cutting. Right, so we marked it off. We're gonna put some tape on the edges so we don't do any odd cutting. Alright, so the tool of choice is gonna be a jigsaw. We already pre-drilled a hole to get the jigsaw blade inside. Alright, so I didn't want to cut it out, but yeah, we had to cut it out. So now we're just gonna put some epoxy primer on the cut opening so it doesn't rust. Alright, Sash. Alright, so we're gonna install these bolts in this knife. See how far we reach with it. Right, one-man team here trying to make a video. We have this backing plate that we need to line up and get the bolts inside. Let me see if I can get this done in one try, which most likely I might not get it. Alright, so we got the base plate installed, and now we're just going to tighten up the bolts. Base plate here. It is a 14 millimeter. Yeah. Alright, lunch break. Time to eat some Sunday lunch. That's Launch back to your regularly scheduled program. Right, so the next process will entail that we have the engine and the gearbox at least in the car. The engine is not finished as yet, so we have everything mounted. Stiffen up plate is there, all the mounts are there. Let's get the welding happening with the rods. Right, so now we have the rods to get welded inside the shifter itself. Well on the scene, so we're gonna get started here in a few moments. Alright, so the first part of the rod is there, is inside, and now we're gonna try and see if we can get this all lined up here now with the jig. It's so hard to do a film video with this thing on the upside down here. Right, so pin inside, rod it's placed, and the jig is here. Time to do some welding. Alright, we're gonna do some welding. Basically, I have a smoking gun here. I'm gonna put it in and see what you see. Right, so this is the piece that we had welded up. It's all painted up, and we have the pin all secured here now onto the gearbox. Let's see. Alright, so let's check how the shifter shifts. So we're gonna get the lockout disengaged, get the shifter into 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the lockout itself. This needs to be adjusted. So when we get the engine in the car and we are doing all we got to do to fine tune, we will fine tune this. How that would work once the car is in reverse and the lockout is engaged, it will spring into action like that, so we don't go into fourth, etc. Right, so that's the KDN shifter in the car. Stay tuned for more little updates as we go along.